I want to help a whole bunch of people escaping. I want to have them start recognizing that they don't have to escape the challenges that they're facing in life, that we can provide them the tools to win in the game of life. That's what we do. You see, the financial matrix, as some of you have probably already read the book, the financial matrix is real. There are people, if you take a look at the debt statistics, it's almost overwhelming. It's stunning to me when I see the amount of increase in mortgage debt. They just released the latest numbers on student loan debt. All-time high this class for 1 year, because next year it'll go higher. For the last 20 years, it's just ticking up every year, average debt that the kids are graduating with. And you know what's crazy about that debt? That student loan debt, even if they are busted and have to declare bankruptcy, they'll never be able to wipe out that debt. You owe the government money that you can never wipe out. That's kind of a tough way to start when the average college kid's starting with $30-some thousand of debt that can never be wiped out except for his productive efforts to go pay that off. And I hear stories all the time, 100-some thousand. I'm like, do you realize how much effort they're going to have to earn extra to pay off that 100,000? That doesn't include getting a house. That doesn't include cars. That doesn't include all the other things that you need to live. And that's where we're at. And then we roll out a financial fitness program that will teach you the defense, the offense, and the playing field so you understand what the financial matrix is. We roll out a step-by-step system, but until somebody says, I'm the head coach, that I'm the head coach and I'm going to take my game as serious as Bill Walsh took his game. Because when Bill Walsh won, there were 45 men, 11 that played offense, 11 that played defense, special teams. 45 people on that team got to wear a ring and call themselves Super Bowl champs. And it was over. And here, when you play and you learn the principles of financial success and you play defense, offense, you start winning the Super Bowl every year. Because that, you no longer have interest compounding against you. And you start seeing your wealth grow every year. In other words, you're winning the Super Bowl, but it counts again and again and again. Anybody interested in being a head coach? Because that's when I come here. You say, Orrin, why did you come to Wisconsin tonight? Like, you take a look at what we've done financially. If we never hit another lick, if we made $0 from here on out, we could live the rest of our life on the income we've already saved. Well, good for you, Orrin. No. That's good for you. Because I'm here to teach you to do the same thing. I mean, I come out here, it's like, Dan and Lisa are well on their way. They no longer have any jobs. They're breaking free from the financial matrix, soon to pay off their last mortgage payment and be 100% out of the financial matrix. That would be a pretty good couple, considering 5 years ago, a welder and a daycare provider, in debt, all these different problems, all these different challenges. Things can change very quickly. And that's why I love Bill Walsh's story, and I decided to single him out, because Bill Walsh, when he started with the San Francisco 49ers, he had been assistant coach for years. And many said he was too old to even be a coach at the NFL level. And he gets started. And the first year, before he came, they were 2-14. They said that they were the worst franchise in the league. 2-14, and really shouldn't even won those 2 games. He comes in, he says, he has this dream, and he starts teaching his team about the standard of performance that I'll go through in a bit. And he says, I taught these, and I focused on teaching systems and leadership, and we're going to be a learning organization, and we're going to change. And it doesn't matter where we started, we can grow, we can change. Just as if you're in debt, if you're struggling, if you made every mistake in the book, and some of them you made twice just to make sure they were a mistake. I'm not even going for the 3 times one, but you could, if you're an overachiever 3 times, you can still win here. Because that 2-14 season, Bill Walsh comes in and does all this, and guess what he did? He came in with a 2-14 season again. 2-14 without him, 2-14 with him. Not so hot. Would have been easy to quit. Man, I put all these principles to work. I worked so hard. He said he put in 16-hour days every day. All that for a 2-14 record, no outside external improvement. He goes to work, gets some new players in, drafts some new players, gets rid of some players, gets it all together, starts out the next year. They win their first 3 games, fired up. Then they go on a 7-game losing streak. Then he says he's in Miami. They're playing the Miami Dolphins. And they're battling close. They're real close. And they get to a position where their field goal kicker kicks a field goal, puts them ahead. They're celebrating. Flag on the play. 5-yard penalty. They say, well, we're still in. Washington can kick it again. So they have the place kicker kick it again. Another field goal. They're celebrating again. Back in the lead. 5-yard penalty. Moved it far enough back. Now it's outside of the place kicker's range, so they got to go for it on 4th down. Somehow, miraculously, the catch was made. 1st down, except for when the referee placed the ball. He placed it about a yard back from where they actually were. They lost possession. They lost the game. Bill Walsh said on the flight back, he said, I lost it. He said, it's not normal for an NFL coach to cry. Now, I want to make a point here. Here's an NFL coach, a grown man in his 60s, crying about a game, crying about entertainment, because he wanted to win so bad. He said, I tendered my resignation on the flight home. I told my assistant coaches that I would be talking to them in the morning because I'd already made my decision, and I said I'd sleep on it. I'd tell my assistant coaches in the morning. I'd hand in my resignation to the boss. I'm an embarrassment. I'm 3-8, my 2nd year after 16 hours a day. I've worked so hard, yet I don't have the results. This just isn't working for me. The next day he wakes up and he reconsiders. That's what I would encourage you to do in life. I don't know of a person that's successful. I know Dan and Lisa's struggles. I know some of the struggles they had to overcome to win. I know George and Jill, I know some of the struggles that they had in order to win. Some of you I don't know, but I guarantee you, if you're going to win at the highest levels, you're going to have days on the journey where everything in you is going to want to quit. And just as Bill Walsh, at that moment, if he would have tendered his resignation that night, he would have been making a decision emotionally. And he slept on it. And he woke up the next day and he said, although it's terrible, we're 3-8, we still have won one more game than we won last year.